Kina de Jody. Thank you for watching Jody's Corner.
YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. I'm giving you guys a review for Don't Look Up, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Can you believe that? Jennifer Lawrence is in here. Kate Blanchett's in this thing. Jonah Hill. This is a Netflix movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. What does streaming come to? Well, when you got Leonardo DiCaprio on your streaming service, that says something about streaming. They're getting all of the stars, especially this star-studded cast. This is a movie that takes place in modern day of what would happen if a meteor is coming to destroy Earth. Well, they're going to enlist the help of the scientists who helped discover it. Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio play two researchers, astronomers, who discover a comet that is set to destroy Earth in exactly 6 months. And them releasing the information and informing the president, and there go informing the country of the cataclysmic doom that is destined to wipe out humanity as we know it. That's the premise of this film. It's interesting. It sounds dope. You think about Deep Impact. You think about Armageddon. Movies like that. This is Leonardo DiCaprio's worst film. And there's something going on with this film that I think there's a hidden message, but it doesn't really do a good job of showing that it's a hidden message. That's just me bailing the movie out, because this movie is so asinine that I made up a completely different narrative of what I think the director meant, really what he really meant when he made this movie. And I'll share that with you guys. But first, I just got to say that the tone of this movie is off as freak. Like, these amazing characters and actors in this film with all this talent wasted. Is this movie funny? Sure, it's funny, but it's not the type of movie that you expect to be funny. I went in this thing thinking it was going to be serious, cataclysmic doom. I mean, it's the end of the world. That's some serious stuff, isn't it? So when I saw that this thing is packed with jokes and the tone is the most lighthearted, unbalanced, crazy thing ever, it doesn't mesh with the script. Well, it doesn't mesh with the narrative, with the story. This script doesn't do that. It puts these characters in very uncomfortable, jovial positions, and you're like, why are these people acting like straight, numbskull, shit for brains idiots? We're telling you the world's gonna end, and you guys are not taking it seriously. I mean, all the way up to the president of the United States. Like, this movie pissed me off. Because I'm like, I'm watching this film and I'm not getting what I've expected. And even when I throw my expectations out the window, what I'm getting is garbage, because the execution and script don't match the story. And if we're going to be like, okay, at a point I was like, all right, F it. I see what they're doing. This is a joke. This is a comedy. So cool. Let me switch up and get on board with the comedy factor. And it doesn't even work as a comedy, because then you show us serious narrative and serious consequences, talking about serious stakes. Leonardo DiCaprio has a couple of riveting performances where he's completely raging out. Jennifer Lawrence was amazing in this movie for what she had. I mean, she was the more emotional, serious, grounded, realistic character. Leonardo DiCaprio was caught between fame and science. And I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio was misused with this role. This role didn't give him much flexing as an amazing actor. This was a Sesame Street role for Leonardo DiCaprio. Anybody could have played this role. It didn't really exercise his talents. So I'm like, dang, Leo shouldn't even took this movie. I'm surprised that he took it. The only thing that makes me think about why Leo took this movie is because Leo's very pro-earth. He's very pro-nature. He's like a conservationist. So I think his personal belief made him like take on this movie, which ties into my theory about why this movie was made in this way and what this movie really is. I just got to say, Kate Blanchett was sexy, but yet she was a whore. From the news, nothing is taken seriously here, and that tone just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me at all. The movie tries to be something That is not, and even though it shows all of these high technological CGI advanced shots, you start to think about, oh wow, this is just something, and then you're hit with jokes, and then you're hit with some weird, a weird side plot. I mean, it's just not good. But here's where the movie can be a genius level, and this is the same type of buyout that I gave to that movie. I forgot with Rosamund Pike that she had on Netflix, where she was a scammer and she was scamming old people out of their money. Put down the name of that in the comment section. But I gave this movie that same pass. I think that the writer-director of this movie made this movie. It shows how just dumb we are. And then there's some stuff in here where they're like, he's taking jabs, huge shots at political figures and Trump supporters all up in this thing. And it was like, whoa, they going there. This is a movie about how stupid humanity is and how dumb we're becoming and how technology and social media is warping our brains to where if a cataclysmic thing happened in the world and the world was going to end, I can see that this is how our future looks. This is how people would react if we keep allowing social media, the internet, to run our lives. Like, there's, what's her name? Thank you. Next. Thank you. I'm drawing a blank on her right now. She fired, you know what I'm saying? Disney. Ariana Grande. There we go. She's up in here. Kid Cudi cross-dressers up in here. And they care. There's a point where it's like the end of the world, and then it's, who cares about the end of the world when this power couple just broke up on social media? It's really like that. People are so dumb that, like, Americans are so dumb that unless it's right in front of your face and you can see it with your own eyes, nothing is real. And people don't pay attention to anything. And that type of film is what I could get with. I could get with that. But I'm not going to say that this is what this is about. This was about a cataclysmic end of the world movie that they shoved with comedy and talented directors that they wasted, except Jennifer Lawrence's character. In my opinion, I think that this movie is Leonardo DiCaprio's worst film. I really did not like this movie. I will never see this movie again. This movie was a complete waste of my time, and I can't believe that I'm giving this grade to a Leonardo DiCaprio film. I give this movie a D. Yep, it gets the D for me. Put down in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys agree with what I'm saying here? Were you guys off put by, and let's not even talk about Meryl Streep. I mean, it's Meryl Streep. She's the most awarded, acclaimed actress of all time. And her character was a buffoon. It was nice seeing her butt cheeks at the end of the movie. Hopefully those were her butt cheeks. It was worth it for that. She has nice little cheeks on her. Got the dimples on there. Put down in the comment section what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel for more of that real content. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing, man. Deuces.